This is In the Know for Tuesday, February 24, the 55th day of 2026. There are 310 days left in the year. Good morning, MV, guiding you through In the Know at K105 on Litchfield's Country Station 1039 The Moose, live online at K105.com via the Apple and Android smartphone app using our SoundCloud, iTunes, or Spotify podcast, on Facebook, on YouTube, on the platform formerly known as Twitter, and the hashtag is In the Know. Coming up today, we'll update you on the latest news headlines from around the community, the county, the Commonwealth, and the country. We will also be visited by our friends from ECTC's Litchfield campus. Going to get caught up with them and find out all the latest going out over on campus there. That and a whole lot more coming up today here on In the Know. Settling into my left, rolling Mach 9 with her hair on fire, is my beautiful wife, the beautiful girl. It's Beej. Good morning, sweetheart.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm okay.
You were intrigued with Alyssa Liu, and in particular, her unique piercing, correct?
Yes.
It was when I saw the term down here, it's technically a frenulum piercing.
Okay.
So it's in her lip, but she has made people kind of squeamish about it. She did it herself. She got this was before the games some time ago.
It's in her lip?
Yes, I think that's what she said. She said, I had my sister hold up my lip, and I was looking in the mirror, and I had my piercing needle, and then, I just put it through.
Okay, but they're on her teeth.
Okay, well, I don't know what your frenulum is, Frenulum.
I know, but it looks like they're just like seated on her teeth. That's interesting.
It is very odd.
I'm gonna,
But I didn't, there's the technical term for it. You can look it up there.
That and her hair, she's very unique.
Oh, yeah, she's got I think she called it a skunk. I think she called the style a skunk, which is it's the alternating. I thought it was going to be like super duper umbro or something, but I don't. But believe it or not, ombre, not umbro. Umbro is soccer shorts. I don't know. I know about as much about that as I know about hairstyles. He is the 5-time winner of the coveted Ohio Newshawk Award. He's the 2-time Silver Sound nominee, covering every corner of the globe: London, Budapest, Rio, Tokyo, and even Litchfield. Sam Gormley and the Sports. Morning, Sam.
Morning, Ralph.
How you doing?
I'm tired. How about you?
I'm here to help you.
Are you going to help me sleep or something? Or?
No, I'm going to create awareness for you to protect yourself. The germiest places in the grocery store. Oh. You're one of the people that I know that would be most interested in knowing where all the germs are hiding. And you probably know some of these, but some of them may come as a surprise. Checkout screens and pen pads.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Those put on a glove to do those. Shopping cart and basket handles.
Oh, I'm big on the on the white. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Do that on your way in. Okay. Then what about the refrigerator and freezer doors? When you see,
I usually go like with the pinky, I'm pulling it out that way.
Pull down your shirt sleeve.
Those potato
I don't
skins
go that quite.
Those potato skins that you love so much, you see them behind the glass, and you say, "I have to have."
See, I never buy those.
You don't? Oh, okay.
No.
Well, you should splurge. You should, get yourself some conveniences. Bulk food bins and scoops. Certain stores, you buy stuff by the pounds. You have to touch the scoop. Produce sections. Well, the produce is just out there for everybody to touch and squeeze and roll around and put back. Restrooms.
Yeah.
You probably just really need to go. Only use those if you really need to go. Like if you can't work around it. Unwashed reusable grocery bags, deli counters, and then what about the conveyor belts? I bet you never.
I'm a self-checkout guy, so I don't.
Okay. All right. Very good. So there are some places that germs are hiding at the grocery store.
And you're talking about this. So you know how your lip has, if you the part that connects your lip to your teeth, that little that's what the piercing is on. Yeah, that's what the piercing's on.
Do you know this because you have the same piercing?
I had a friend who did it.
Okay.
Somebody in high school. I don't even remember who it was, but I remember because I remember she did kind of like in this picture from Alyssa, and we were all like, "What did you do?"
Right.
And then she explained it to us.
And more like how.
But it still doesn't answer the teeth ones.
Well, I think it just lays on her teeth. It's on her frenulum, and it just comes down and covers her teeth.
Because, I mean, you got to think how close it is. I mean,
it is
that's
very
only
close.
So big.
Because there are some babies that come out that not only have to have underneath their tongue clipped, they have to have the frenulum clipped as well.
Oh, interesting. Mm-hmm. I didn't know that. If you can make it through the weather-wise today, it'll be warmer tomorrow. We'll see warming up through midweek. Increasing clouds today, highs in the 40s. Going to be another gusty day wind-wise. See some 30-mile-an-hour gusts. Warmer for your tomorrow, highs in the 50s. Longer term, the highest rain chance day of the week is going to be on Thursday. Aren't we lucky we didn't get this blizzard that they're dealing with I mean, there were no cars allowed on the streets in New York City, and just that general area. People who were coming back into the airports, like from the Olympics, were having a rough time getting in. So I had fun yesterday. They were waiting for Team USA hockey to come into Miami. They were flying in. And it was funny seeing everybody deplane before the hockey team came off, and then they came off together and did some interviews. So they'll be making the rounds, and you may see them tonight. We'll talk about that in a moment. Mostly cloudy, a high of 45 today, windy, and 43 tonight. So not much deviation between our high temperature today and our low temperature tonight. And then rain chances for about 20% during the day tomorrow. And that increases as we get closer to tomorrow evening. But tomorrow's high will be in the mid-50s. Here between the lakes might get a couple of degrees warmer than that. State of the Union address comes our way tonight, and the president will try and make a case for how Americans' lives have improved in maybe ways they don't realize in the first year of his second term as president. It is when you think back on, I guess, the items that he's going to lay out there. A year ago, it was Doge everywhere you looked. You're just hearing Doge, 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 and USAID. And there's just been a real whiplash agenda. I think if you go back and list all the things that they have either attempted to do or have done, it might give you, might make your head spin. Or at least give you whiplash, because a lot of these things you might have already forgotten. What the president is going to try and do tonight, and will he be successful, I don't know, is to try and convince Americans that in the kitchen table areas that we are improved from where we were a year ago, but we are going to be much more improved going forward because of the work that was done in 2025. Some of those tax credits, the tax bills, the Trump accounts, all the things that the framework, and the legislation has been enacted, but they're not yet happening in practice. And then as a result, from a trickle-down standpoint, they're not yet touching the wallets and the food budgets and the gas tanks of Americans. And so we Americans tend to be pretty impatient, but we need to realize that we didn't get to record inflation overnight. We slowly got to that process, and then we had to make the turn heading the other direction. And much like gaining weight and losing weight, you don't get fat overnight, you don't get skinny overnight, but it is a race to the midterm now. The Republicans are going to have to make a case to Americans before they go to the polls in November to make a decision on whether people feel like they're actually headed in a better direction or not, and they're going to have to make a strong case for that. The other thing that people are extremely unhappy about is just, if not for the Trump administration, Congress would continue to do nothing because they've not been able to get anything accomplished in recent years. So we'll see. There'll be some type of controversy this evening, I'm sure. Somebody will mouth off in order to get FaceTime. I just don't know what side of the aisle that it's going to be on. But I will be looking for Team USA. They have invited the men's hockey team to the State of the Union tonight. And I think some of them will try and attend, which is causing a problem for Speaker Johnson, because it's already a tight squeeze. And now trying to add these guests last minute might have to send some of the members of Congress home. Some of them RSVP'd, they weren't attending. So there might be some empty spots. All right, headline close to home that you'll see at K105.com today. Grayson County High School students recently competed at the Regional Skills USA competition, even as tech students were dealing with renovations to their tech center building. And, it's been kind of a disruptive time out on the campus of Grayson County High School. They boasted 3 first-place winners, 2 second-place finishers, and 3 third-place places, as the event was held at ECTC recently. Cooper Justice and James Smith came in first in robotics, urban search and rescue. Alden Evans came in first place in maintenance and light repair. Miles McGrew and Mason Riggs came in second place in additive manufacturing. Noah Cowan and Maddox Anderson came in third place in additive manufacturing. And Dax lastly came in third place in precision machining. So you can see their photograph if you're not watching at K105.com. And congratulations to those young people. A woman has been arrested after trying to use counterfeit currency to bail someone out of jail. The Madisonville Police Department arrested 39-year-old Felicia Howard of White Plains on Sunday afternoon at the Hopkins County Detention Center. The bills among legal tender while attempting to bond out an inmate. She was charged with first-degree criminal possession of a forged instrument, a Class C felony punishable by up to 10 years in prison, lodged in the Hopkins County Detention Center, but then bonded out. I hope they check the currency on her bond before they let her out. She has a criminal history going back to 2006, according to online records. I would think that would be one of the places you would definitely not want to use funny money. Would be at the jail, because if you get caught, well, then you're going to become the person you're bonding out. They keep them, and then now all of a sudden you're an inmate as well. The logic of that is a little bit odd. A Scott County judge has denied TikTok's motion to dismiss the Commonwealth's lawsuit against the social media platform, clearing a key procedural hurdle and moving the case closer to trial. The court found that TikTok's design choices, marketing, and commercial conduct were directed at Kentucky residents and fall under the court's jurisdiction. It also rejected the company's other dismissal arguments, ruling the Commonwealth presented sufficient facts to claim TikTok intentionally designed its platform to exploit developmental vulnerabilities in young users, failed to address easy access to child sexual abuse material, and misrepresented its content moderation and safety features. Russ Coleman, the Attorney General, says, "We've alleged for 2 years that TikTok built an addiction machine targeting our children. This ruling is a critical victory in our fight to hold TikTok accountable and protect Kentucky's young people." In 2024, he sued the platform and affiliated entities, alleging they exploited Kentucky's youth. The lawsuit claims TikTok hooked minors to keep them on the app for hours, allowing the company to deliver endless ads and generate substantial profit. They reportedly, in 2022, had 100 million users monthly, and they generated an estimated $9.4 billion in revenue monthly. So Coleman lawsuit is separate from the federal case involving TikTok's ownership. I would be curious to know, a lot of times states will join together in these lawsuits. AGs from around the country will pile in together and bring the same case. I would be curious to know how many states around the country have similar or parallel lawsuits to this. We can't be the only one, but it will be interesting to see how it goes in some states to how it might go in other states, and whether it will make any difference or not. In the news today, I was unaware that the Kentucky Exposition Center is undergoing the largest transformation in its 70-year history. They are spending $470 million transforming the Kentucky Exposition Center, which we lovingly just call the fairgrounds. But when it is complete, it will be one of the largest in the country. They had their topping off celebration this week where they put the last beam in place and all the principals signed the beam before it goes up. So they had that ceremony. Phase one is $180 million, and it's building a new building. And then they'll have a 350,000 square foot building on the northwest side of the property that is geared for housing livestock shows, farm machinery shows. There's all kinds of events there. So it'll be interesting to see what that looks like when all is said and done. But it's coming in 2 different phases. And I don't know what they're doing to Freedom Hall, if anything, but I know they're working on the West Wing, the West Hall, the Pavilion, then they're building that new building as well. So going to look completely different as what we've known for a long time. I heard a headline this morning, Sam, that one of the Jones girls got big honors over the weekend, MVP at an All-Star game.
Yeah, they do this middle school All-Star game every year, and I don't remember if Bree won it as well when she was there, but Kinley Jones on Saturday down at Bowling Green, she had, I think Brian told me it was 18 points in this All-Star game, and I think the team as a whole only scored like 50. So she apparently had a really good game, and she was named the MVP of that, and then was outstanding last night too. So she had a good 48-hour period.
Well, last night, has she been getting considerable varsity minutes, or is this something new because of Bree's injury?
Yeah, it's been up and down. I know you even heard Brian Jones talk with us after the game last night that he thought she had a really good sequence in January, and then kind of took a little bit of a dip and went into a little bit of a slump, and saw her starting to come out of it. So it's been kind of up and down for her, but she played really, really well last night.
So girls fought back, but just came up short last night. Their season comes to an end. But, a 20-win season, certainly something to be proud of. Yeah,
and listen, we Steven and I talked about this last night, that if you would have told us that the girls would have won 4 of, I guess after they had lost a couple after the Bree injury, that they'd win 4 in a row, no, we would not have believed you if we were just being honest. They rallied together around, because, listen, losing Bree, it's not like it would be losing one of us. If we were out there on the basketball floor, it'd be like, okay, we'll be okay. Bree's one of the best players in the region, and you take off one of the best players in the region on any team in basketball, and you're going to take a hit. And it doesn't, and this is not me saying it's just more of a fact. It doesn't help that it was at Butler. That's the advantage of the district tournament. Just like in 2 years, roles reverse when Grayson's hosting. They get that advantage of playing at home. It just means a little bit, and they had the hometown crowd behind them, and familiar gym, and it just didn't go their way. But had a really good look at the end that rimmed out, and that's basketball.
Heard Coach Jones say in the post-game show on the 5th quarter last night that he was quick to point out there are no seniors on next year's team as of now. So losing Lucy is the only senior that we're losing.
Mm-hmm. And Lucy's she had a really good season, but I think the biggest thing they're going to miss with Lucy is she's just a really good human being. As far as just she describes herself as the team mom. And to the point, and Christy, you'll probably appreciate this, that when we had her on during Meet the Cougar night, we were mentioning, I think I asked, what are the snack foods in the locker room? And I think it was Bree with her, and Bree's like, oh, we got, Funyuns or whatever. And then Lucy's like, I got sugar snap peas and carrots because that's what she likes to eat. And Bree's reaction, I think, was, oh, of course you have to eat the sugar snap peas or whatever it was. But I think it just shows, she's the team mom, and they're really going to miss her. And she's a really good young lady.
That's awesome.
Congratulations on a great season to the Lady Cougars. Boys' turn tonight. We'll be on the road at Butler County in the opening round of the 12th District Tournament. We'll have coverage
6 o'clock
tonight. 6 o'clock tonight is tip time. Got to get to a break. We'll come back. Our friends from ECTC's Litchfield campus join us next here on In the Know.
At Owensboro Health Family Medicine in Litchfield, Dr. Priyank Chauhan provides compassionate care for adults and seniors. Board certified in internal and geriatric medicine, he's dedicated to managing chronic conditions, preserving independence, and enhancing the quality of life. Proudly serving Grayson County, because your health matters. Schedule today. Call Owensboro Health Family Medicine in Litchfield at 270-259-8888.
If you're like most small business owners, you likely thought that managing finances would never end. Well, relief is here, and Buckles, Travis & Hart awaits you. Streamline your operations with our expert payroll processing, tax liability management, unemployment reporting, and financial reporting services. Stay lean. Stay focused. It's all here with Buckles, Travis & Hart. Transform your business today at GraysonCPAs.com. Call 259-5604. Your built-in business manager.
Looking for a place to connect and make a difference? At the Moose Lodge, you'll be stepping into a place where children find hope and seniors find care. Experience the fun of gaming and drinks while socializing with other members in our licensed lounge. We are inviting qualified guests to visit and consider membership. Be part of something meaningful. The Grayson County Moose Lodge is at 289 Alex Drive in Falls of Rough, where community meets connection. Stop by or follow us on Facebook for more information.
Remember when your friend used to say,
"Let's just wing it."
Then you tried planning a trip alone, and when you got lost, your friend said,
Told you we should have called an expert.
So you decided to try again, but with a pro. Now your friend is off on an unplanned adventure. Don't wing your dream vacation. Contact the certified experts at Your Global Getaway.
Visit yourglobalgetaway.com.
Thinking about furthering your education? At Elizabethtown Community and Technical College, you'll get a high-quality education, close to home, at a cost that won't break the bank. Enjoy small class sizes with professors who take a personal interest in your success. Scholarships are still available, making our low tuition even more affordable. ECTC's Litchfield campus is now enrolling for classes that begin March 16th. Call 270-259-1540 or visit elizabethtown.kctcs.edu to get started. ECTC, college for the real world.
3-year-old Reagan was treated at St. Jude.
Sparkly.
Now she can spend her days playing dress-up.
I look beautiful in this.
Instead of thinking about cancer. The team at St. Jude has helped push the overall childhood cancer survival rate in the U.S. from 20% to more than 80%, and we won't stop. Let's help more kids just be kids. Learn more at stjude.org. Finding cures, saving children.
A Los Angeles judge is furious with Mark Zuckerberg's fellow executives who reportedly wore Meta Ray-Ban AI glasses into court on Wednesday. CBS News says it happened just before Zuckerberg testified in a landmark lawsuit that accuses the company of getting kids addicted to social media. It's generally illegal to record inside LA courtrooms, and the judge ordered the executives to delete any recordings and to not use any facial recognition on the jury. NVIDIA reportedly in talks to make a big investment in OpenAI. CNBC says the chip giant is in discussion to invest up to $30 billion in the artificial intelligence company to increase its value. The report says the $30 billion funding round is separate from the $100 billion infrastructure agreement that OpenAI and NVIDIA announced in September. And AI assistants are no longer confined to your smartphone. Now they're on your smart TV. Eligible users of YouTube TV can click on the Ask button to bring up an AI assistant. It's available for adults 18 and up and is available in English, Portuguese, Spanish, Korean, and Hindi. Tech Report, I'm Mark Mayfield. Today is Tortilla Chip Day. It is Twin Peaks Day today. And it is Trading Card Day today. It's also the day we say good morning and welcome back to our friend Barry Williams from ECTC Litchfield, an associate professor, and surely at some point in time in his life has participated in trading cards.
Hey, good morning, Mark. Actually, yes. I used to play the game Magic the Gathering. You have 5 different colored lands, and you tap those lands to cast spells, and you're trying to take out your opponent who has 20 life. And used to go to tournaments. Was not very good, but it was fun times.
Baseball cards have been a big part of my family, especially my dad throughout his life. Still a big avid card collector. Pokemon, big. But I was going through a desk drawer recently and found, and I don't know where these came from, Dukes of Hazzard trading cards.
Which one? Did you have Boss Hog? Did you have Luke or Bo? Who did you have?
I think they were all Cousin Daisy, if I recall correctly. No, I had a good selection of them as well. But I thought, wow, I forgot that they made Dukes of Hazzard trading cards. But hey, apologies for not being here in January when you were here. So I need to officially wish you a Happy New Year because I didn't get to see you. But then while I'm at it, Happy Chinese New Year. You all just celebrated that at ECTC.
We did just celebrate the Chinese New Year, and I feel like I'm still recovering from eating all the food. You know, we didn't do anything prohibited here at the college other than we just ate a lot of good food, had some good activities, and it was a special time. We had a great time. Happy New Year to you too as well. It's the year of the horse.
Is it specifically Fire Horse?
That's over my head. I'm not sure.
But there is a very specific. You don't really think. Well, colleges and universities everywhere always go all out for their Chinese New Year celebration, but you'll have a very specific reason for doing so.
We do. Professor Mickey Wright, she's our algebra professor, and she is from China. And she married an American, moved here, became a U.S. citizen, finished her degree down the road here at Western, and has been part of our math faculty ever since. An invaluable part of this college. We couldn't do it without her.
If you stand on your tippy toes, you can see the month of March, and you can see the NCAA tournament, and you can see the Ides of March, and you can also see your senior event that's coming up pretty early in the month, maybe the 9th or 10th. You get a whole new group of high school seniors that will be coming for, what do we call this, an orientation or a get to know me, or what is the purpose of the senior event?
Little bit of all of that. Probably if I had to throw a word, if you gave me just one word to throw at it to see what would stick, I think I would go with the word orientation. It's a great opportunity for them to learn what the mission of the college is, what we do specifically here at the Litchfield campus, what the programs are that we offer. And then I think one of the most important things they can do is they can already start to establish a relationship with their teachers and the staff that work here, which goes a long way, especially for kids that are a little nervous about going to college. They're uncertain about where they're going to go, or they think that just staying here in Litchfield is maybe a step backwards and not forwards. I think that we can help to assuage a lot of those angst and worries and answer some questions and give them a roadmap to go forward. So yeah, I think orientation is probably the best label that sticks for this.
Do you?
And we feed them. So that's all. They get a free. Yeah. Nothing draws a crowd like food.
Absolutely. And it's either or day. It's not both days.
Yeah. It's either or day. Now there'll be different staff here depending on which day that they're here, and of course all that's kind of coordinated with the high schools that are going to be busing them here. But yeah, it's an either or day.
Do you find that you've got students that maybe are less likely to participate in that if they already have a relationship with the college? Maybe they're either doing dual credit or they're actually on campus with you already, or do they still participate?
They still participate. We will actually be, if memory serves, it's spring break for us. So there won't be classes, so they would have no reason to come here other than to come with their school. And yeah, a lot of my dual credit kids that I've got currently in my English class, they'll probably pop in as well. And it's good. It gets a chance to address some things and answer some bigger questions that we can't get to in the classroom itself.
You know, I always found it, whether it was middle school or high school or, just basically anything where you're the new person or the new kid, having an opportunity to be at the school without the rest of the student body or the upperclassmen or the fewer intimidating factors, the better, actually makes you feel a little more comfortable and acclimated and say, like, okay, I can get the hang of this, so that when you have to dive right in, there's a whole lot of familiarization already.
Yep, it really helps to ameliorate the occasion for the students. They can be a little nervous and uneasy about this, intimidated by it. And so this is just a way of easing them in. I often relate it to, we're right next door to the water park, and these water parks, they always have those zero entry into the pool. And so I always say, this is kind of like your zero entry into college. You can ease your way into it, figure out the lay of the land, and sort of, one of the things that always intimidated me was not asking questions, but not knowing what I didn't know to know what to ask. And so we try to give them enough information so that they can have informed questions to give them guidance.
I haven't been out by the campus in several weeks, so I don't have an actual image in my mind for the expansion and the building project. The last time I was actually on campus, it was still just a lot of prep work and site work, and TNT had moved in there and the barriers were up and the work was getting ready to start. Where are we at? Would I notice it if I drove by today?
I think you would. There'd be cinder blocks up now.
Okay.
So they're working on getting the walls up. So every time I come by, it's like they're getting those blocks stacked a little bit higher, and they haven't come crashing down. So I'm taking that as a good sign. It's a good thing they're doing it and I'm not doing it.
Yeah, probably. You do the things you do well, and they'll do the things they do well, and we'll all be much better off for it.
Amen to that, brother.
I mentioned tiptoeing and seeing into March, even before we get to the senior event for high school students. We've got registration for the fall, for the summer and fall terms gets underway on the second day. So just on Monday, you're going to open that registration up.
That's right. And, officially, I think by the calendar, we're 24 days out from the official first day of not meteorological spring, that's March 1st, but we'll be on the calendar anyway. First day of spring, and doesn't feel like it out there right now. But yeah, first week of March, the schedule opens for registering for summer classes. And I've already got some students that are getting eager to do this. So if you're a student here at ECTC, if you're listening in the area, or you're specifically one of our Litchfield students, I would not wait. I would get in contact with your advisor, set up an appointment, and try to get in those classes. The schedule in summer is always leaner than it is in fall. So if you're a class or two away from graduating and you're wanting to knock that out over the summer, it would behoove you to be proactive and do that sooner, not later. And I mean, case in point, I had some students that waited until kind of the last minute. We were knocking on the door of the spring semester, and they said, hey, can I get in that class? And sure enough, by the time I went to check, those classes were either full or not available when they could take them. So be proactive.
The early bird gets the worm. So
absolutely.
And so you should do that. I also am wondering, do you find, we've learned that if you will compress the amount of time that you can get your education in, a lot of kids take a gap year and they, spread things out, they do, et cetera. But if you are in a hurry to get started in your career, I suppose you have seniors that could opt into the summer term and really shave a considerable amount of time off of where they're trying to get to.
You could, and it's not unheard of for that to happen. One thing I would just be cautious of for students that do enroll in summer, and by all means, if you want to get a leg up, come on into summer. But those summer classes, sometimes they're a different environment, different atmosphere. Most of them are online. And then when you get into the actual semester itself, when it starts properly in fall, it can be a little bit more rigorous. You usually will have a denser class load, more face-to-face expectations. Not that those summer classes are easier. I don't mean to paint that picture, and I hope nobody sees it as that. It's just a different environment when you're taking classes over the summer. But yeah, sure, you can start that application process now, applying for financial aid, and go ahead and get your foot in the door in summer and get a head start.
One of the reasons that I ask too is because I think recently I was staggered to learn the number of traditional students who, for no particular reason other than this is the way they prefer it, are doing only e-learning. Where the majority of their education is actually online. So this is not much of a leap for them.
Several of my students, they want to be online only, and that's fine. That's fine. That's part of the mission of the college is to work to try to accommodate these students that are trying to seek an education as best they can. And people have different life circumstances that deprive them of transportation or childcare, and the online path is the only path available to them. But I still encourage people. Maybe this is just the old school analog guy in me, kind of a Gen Xer that I am. But I still think everybody at least once should try to come to campus, take a class face-to-face, and be in that environment at least once.
Well, we oftentimes say that, and we talk about this with Alea, you could use a calculator to come up with the answer to your math problem, but it's the things that you learn between where you are and the answer to that question where you will learn and your life will be enriched. So by stretching your comfort zone of saying, well, I just want to be an online student or an e-student, if you will aspire to doing something in person, there are going to be some other byproducts of that experience that you probably didn't anticipate more than well, should I be there or should I be here?
Exactly. It's that lesson we learned from physical fitness, right? I mean, strength comes with resistance. If you don't increase your resistance, you'll decrease your strength. And at some point, you've got to face those barriers and strive to break through them. And that's how you develop and grow and evolve as a person.
I got thrown a little bit of a curveball this morning when I was doing a little prep for our visit today. I just really scrutinized and thought, what does this mean? What is TRIO SSS?
So TRIO SSS stands for Student Support Services.
Okay.
And TRIO is kind of the overarching program that does that. They also are over Upward Bound, which gives a college experience to high school students under certain circumstances. And so we have now got a student support service office here. It's been afforded to us by a grant, and so we've developed one of our spaces. We've actually done some shuffling around, moving the testing center in where I'm at, which used to be our conference room, to free up a room that is for our student support services. And we've added a tutor, Dakota, who is fantastic at tutoring writing, and I think she tutors math as well. And so it is, since it's a grant-provided program, there's certain conditions that must be met. Students have to apply for that, and anybody that comes in as a student should seek it out, apply for student support services, see if they qualify. It's a great way of having an extra set of eyes on your papers to help you turn in quality work, to put you in the best position of success, and maybe ameliorate some skills that are lacking a little bit.
I guess if I would attend more ambassador luncheons and breakfasts, then I would know what TRIO SSS is likely to be. I would know all the cool acronyms.
I think the only place that has more acronyms in academia is maybe the medical field and the military.
Yeah, I think those two probably are leaders in the field. You mentioned you're in the testing center. Is that part of the new assessment center that you all have now?
I think it might be. So yes, this is going to be where students come when they have to take various tests. Like for our LPN program, they're going to have the HESIA 2, HESIA 2. That's an exam they have to take. And so this would be, I think, where they would do that. Also, just for gen ed entry to see whether they're going to be, if they can go straight into English 101, if they're going to need the 100 lab, they will come here and take those tests as well.
You always bring us a word when you come, and I think the word is going to be ameliorate.
Ameliorate. Yep. You heard it. You heard it correct.
I know what this means. It's when you take like a facial scrub, and you take and you rub it all over your face to try and get the dead skin off. Is that right?
Kind of like exfoliate.
Oh, exfoliate. Okay.
But I have a daughter named Amelia, so when I saw this word, I thought, oh, it's like when Amelia comes and gives me a hug. But which in kind of a way it is, because the word ameliorate means to take something bad and make it better, which Sam had to do last time I was on the radio, and with the cat knocking me offline and me losing track of time and forgetting to log on, so Sam had to really ameliorate the situation. And my daughter Amelia ameliates the situation with her hugs when I've had a rotten day.
You always make our segments better, so thanks for stopping by, and I know you're going to be around next week, so we'll see you then.
Absolutely. Thanks, brother, for having me on.
Thank you. That's Barry Williams from ECTC's Litchfield campus. Got to get to a break. Today's Did You Know? Coming right up here on In the Know.
If you're living with diabetes and using insulin, you know the pain of pricking your fingers over and over again. By wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you can reduce the pain of pricking your fingers right away. If you're testing your blood sugar 4 or more times per day, injecting insulin 3 or more times per day, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetic Health Hotline today and learn about the latest CGM technology. A CGM can immediately reduce pain. It's accurate, easy to use, and helps you make better diabetes treatment decisions. And if you have Medicare, you can get a new CGM at little or no out-of-pocket cost. Plus, get free shipping, and we'll bill your insurance company for you. Call now to receive your new continuous glucose monitor at little or no out-of-pocket cost.
Call 800-906-9086. That's 800-906-9086. Again, 800-906-9086. That's 800-906-9086.
Now. We tend not to think about now. We dream about tomorrow, relive yesterday. But sometimes we don't see what's right in front of us. Victory over cancer is in front of us. Right now, cancer research is saving lives. Cancer research funded by the V Foundation is leading to new discoveries and new treatments, and ultimately, one day, victory over cancer. Give to the V Foundation. Right now, 1 out of every 2 men and 1 out of every 3 women will get cancer in their lifetime. Now is your moment. You may save someone you love. 100% of your donation goes directly to game-changing research. 100%. Donate at v.org. Because today's cancer research is tomorrow's victory.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Hey, you got any gum?
Yeah, check my backpack.
What's this?
Oh, that's naloxone. It can reverse an opioid overdose. I decided to always keep it on me after my friend almost died. It saved his life.
Oh, wow. I'm so sorry. That makes me want to have it with me, too.
You totally should. Check the pharmacy. It was actually really easy to get, and it's easy to use.
I definitely will. Thanks.
Naloxone saves lives. Learn more at cdc.gov/stop-overdose.
Imagine if information came with a nutrition label. Then you'd know if what you're consuming has the right mix of verified facts, credible sources, and relevant context. But news and information doesn't come with a label. It's on us to develop a healthy news diet ourselves. Let's all resolve to strengthen our news literacy so we can make healthier choices about what news and information to consume, share, and act on. Test your news literacy fitness with our quiz at newslit.org. Exercise your right to be well-informed and get Newslit fit.
Discover the power of peace with Blanton Electric's Generac automatic standby generators. Tailored for those who refuse to be left in the dark, these generators promise unmatched reliability when the power grid fails. Enjoy flexible financing options and the assurance of seamless energy. And with Blanton Electric, you receive more than just power. You get Troy's expertise and a free quote, serving Grayson County and beyond with Generac generators. Call 270-723-0838 or visit BlantonElectricINC.com.
K105 weather from the Wave Storm Tracking Team is brought to you by Youngblood Excavating Snowplow Team.
Twin Lakes weather. We'll keep some clouds overhead this afternoon with highs today in the 40s. Going to keep those temperatures in the 30s and 40s overnight as the wind picks up, gusting to near 30 miles per hour. Once we get to tomorrow, the wind does relax, but we'll keep the clouds and watch for rain chances by Wednesday evening. From the Wave News Storm Tracking Team, I'm meteorologist Tawana Inc.
Did you know there are no stop signs in Paris? No stop signs in Paris. You want to take a guess as to why?
Roundabouts?
Roundabout. Yeah.
So roundabouts, except not every intersection in Paris has a roundabout. But every intersection functions on the same principle as the roundabout, and it is yield to the right. So if you enter an intersection, whoever is on to the right of you has the right of way. And we do something similar at stop signs at intersections. If you get there, the person on the right goes first. Now, I always say, what about when all four people get there at the same time? Then everybody's on everybody's right. But so in that case, you just need somebody like me who decides I'm going. Just lead the way. So kind of the roundabout mentality universally in Old Paris. Update, Nick Reiner was in a courtroom yesterday and pled not guilty to the murder of his parents, and also declined his right to a speedy trial. So they will have an April 29th court date. It's the next time they will be in court. Lily Collins has been cast as Audrey Hepburn in a film about the making of Breakfast at Tiffany's. That classic Breakfast at Tiffany's movie, the lead character Holly Golightly, and starred Audrey Hepburn in that role, and now the modern version of that will be Lily Collins playing Holly Golightly. Winona Ryder joining to guest star on season 3 of Wednesday. It will be a Beetlejuice reunion with Jenna Ortega on the upcoming season of Wednesday. And Harry Styles will be returning to SNL as the host and musical guest for the first time in over 6 years. The 32-year-old star has a busy March. He's got his new album coming out called Kiss All the Time, Disco Occasionally on March 6th. And now he will be, March 14th is when he will be the host and musical guest on SNL with old Harry Styles. Got to get to a break. We'll come back. EMP's Point to Ponder, Chart Toppers, Pearl of Wisdom, and more coming up. You're on In the Know.
How big is the joy gap in your marriage? Co-authors Chris Corsi and Dr. Marcus Warner describe a joy gap as the length of time between one moment of joy to another. If you think of that gap in terms of your marriage, how long has it been? Days, weeks, or months? Your joy gap can be bigger or smaller depending on how you approach your relationship. Are you purposefully seeking joy, or are you waiting for your circumstances to change on their own? Are you quick to forgive, or do you hold on to anger and resentment? Joy doesn't appear by accident. It grows only when it's cultivated, moment by moment, choice by choice, which is good news because it means that you can choose to have more joy in your marriage. How? By remembering this acronym, PLAN. The P is for play. Do things together that you both enjoy. L is for listen. Don't just hear your spouse's words. Listen closely for emotion. What do they feel about what they're saying? A is for appreciate. Every day, tell your spouse something that they've done to impact your life for the better. Finally, N is for nurture your relationship. Find a happy rhythm between hard work and rest. Your marriage can only experience joy when it's balanced properly with the rest of life. To shorten the gaps between moments of joy in your relationship, plan, play, listen, appreciate, and nurture your marriage. For Focus on the Family, I'm Jim Daly.
The following is a real-life story from Trinity Debt Management.
I had a lot of credit card debt, and it stressed me out. But what I thought was a solution turned out to be a problem. I kept hearing ads about debt settlement that seemed too good to be true. And actually, it was. When I called, they told me to stop paying my bills. That didn't sound right to me at all, so I hung up. Later, I found out that debt settlement is bad, real bad. Then I learned that there is a right way to pay off your credit cards. It's called a debt management program from the great team at Trinity. Trinity had a plan. In the end, I paid off my bills, I saved thousands, and I even improved my credit score.
If credit card debt has you down, call Trinity at 1-800-936-5348.
My name is Heather. Please forget debt settlement and remember Trinity Debt Management.
1-800-936-5348.
Who did you let down today? Your wife? Your kids? Well, how about yourself? Take a look in the mirror. If you're tired of your drug and alcohol problem, you need to fix the problem, and right now, before you hurt or kill yourself, or worse yet, somebody else. Call the addiction specialist now at the Reset Addiction Treatment Helpline. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We'll find you the right treatment regardless of your financial situation. When you call right now, you'll speak to a recovering addict who understands what you're going through right now. Let us help you break your addiction to drug and alcohol before it's too late. This call is completely confidential and free. So take 5 minutes of your time and call us right now. We're here answering the phone. I promise it'll change your life.
Call 800-853-0975. That's 800-853-0975. 800-853-0975. Again, 800-853-0975.
MB's Point to Ponder for today. How close have you all been to doing that caricature capture? You know, that everybody's done, where you take all the things that you are and they create your image.
The ChatGPT one from a couple of weeks ago?
Yes.
I didn't share it. I just did one for my own.
I haven't. I don't know.
So I'm always sus about these things when they happen, because I'm thinking, okay, what's the gimmick here? Like, and there are people who are talking about them being privacy traps or attention traps. And so I didn't do it. I thought it was pretty clever. I was like, oh, that looks kind of cool.
I don't know what mom would pull for me.
Yeah,
it's scary.
Yeah, it's kind of what I was wondering, like, what all things is it going to do? But apparently there's a thing where you have to add just one more detail and just one more detail. And so you're surrendering information that otherwise wouldn't have had. And if you don't think that being online is transactional, everything that is free to you is being monetized in some way by someone. So they give you this tool to come up with something cool and clever about yourself that you share, And then in exchange, you've given them information that they can use to say, oh, well, he likes to do such and such, or he was blah, blah, or whatever. And then, so, very interesting. I had another weird thing on Chart Toppers this morning. I'll tell you about it when we get to it, about privacy and that type of thing. Coverage tonight, 5:40, Sam, district tournament from Morgantown.
Yeah, and luckily for tonight, too, we'll be able to start video and audio at the same time. I know last night we had to start video a little bit later because there's only so much bandwidth for us to get out. So luckily tonight we'll be able to go at the normal time. Hopefully the Cougars can advance to Friday night, and hopefully basketball season doesn't end tonight.
Did you get treated okay?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Thank the AD for getting us a table, and their principal for bringing us a couple of chairs too, which is very funny. We need to almost do Stephen Smith chair cam because there is not a human being that gets in and out of his chair more than Stephen Smith. It's probably upwards of 50 to 60 times a game getting up and down out of his chair.
He kind of looks like he might do it more often. Mm-hmm. So,
can you see it on camera? During the game? Okay, I hope so.
No, I'm saying just, I mean, I saw him recently. I saw him at the chamber luncheon and noticed like you could do more standing up and sitting down.
Well, I think you might get dealt a complaint today. He said
good.
He was going to be complaining because he wasn't on the pass list, but neither were we. So,
well, if he's relying upon me to put him on a pass list, he's going to be waiting a while.
Yeah, he says I'm going to have to call Buckles. I said, you go for that.
It's not my department. I'll see him tomorrow, so I'm sure I'll hear about it. Best Medicine tonight is on Fox. It's a show that I don't know anything about. Will Trent is on ABC, and then State of the Union address. I don't know how all the networks, then there'll be the Democratic response, and then there'll be all the Monday morning quarterbacking and all that. So I've had a hard time yesterday deciding all this stuff that had been pent up during the Olympics that I wasn't watching. I was kind of like, okay, well, which of these am I going to focus on now? Like I have over 2 weeks. Like I'm seeing Jeopardy episodes now that were before the Super Bowl. Like, okay, so trying to get caught up. Today's highlight in history, this date in 1868, the U.S. House of Representatives impeached President Andrew Johnson by a vote of 126 to 47 following his attempted dismissal of Secretary of War Edwin Stanton. Birthdays today. Nike co-founder Phil Knight is 88 today. Barry Bostwick is 81. Edward James Olmos is 79. George Thorogood is 76. Billy Zane is 60. Boxing Hall of Famer Floyd Mayweather is 49 today. And my sister Martha is celebrating a birthday today. And my gift to her is not telling her age. So enjoy it.
Happy birthday.
I hope it fits. Gone but not forgotten, Wilhelm Grimm from the Grimm Brothers fairy tales was born in 1786. Hannes Wagner, born in 1874. Sam, you don't happen to have a Hannes Wagner baseball card lying around, do you?
5.1 million, was that what it was?
Something like that. I didn't realize that he was a Louisville Colonel. He played.
I think I did know that. I think I did know that he played a cup of coffee there.
He had 17 consecutive 300 seasons. His batting average at 300. So, and his baseball card, I guess, still the top of the heap baseball card wise. Chester Nimitz, the Nimitz class ships to the Navy are in honor of him. He was a U.S. Navy admiral who signed the Japanese surrender papers. He was born in 1885. Abe Vigoda was born in 1921, and George Harrison was born in 1943. He was the second of the Beatles to go after John Lennon. So let's go to Chart Toppers for today. Let's go to 1949. Bing Crosby.
To Ireland.
See?
Then maybe at the closing of your day.
That's Galway Bay.
You will sit and watch.
There were only 3 artists. There were only 3 people who could sing in the 1940s, apparently. 1958. Jerry Lee Lewis. All right, let's go to, yes, I'm not going to do my Top Gun line. Ruby Tuesday, the Rolling Stones, number 1 in 67. Now I'm suddenly craving a salad bar. Let's go. 76.
These even still a thing?
Yeah, in E-Town.
Is it still there?
Yep. I mean, I think so. Yeah, the one in Bowling Green was flattened, wasn't it? I think the building's even gone, if I recall. 1985.
Shows you last time I went to one.
Yeah. It's been before COVID for me.
It's still kicking. Yeah, it's been 15 years probably for me at least.
Where did we go?
Julie Schmidt and I from KET met at the one in E-Town for lunch right before I became chair of KBA. So that's how I know that when the last time that I was in that one. Man, Kevin Cronin's hairstyle in that video for Can't Fight This Feeling is interesting. 1994. It was like peanut butter and chocolate. Salt and pepper and In Vogue together.
What a man. So I have to tell this. All right, so on the way to school, Bills came on,
Yeah.
okay? And so Alea's like, that's that song, from The Girl That Dances, blah, blah, blah. And I'm going through it. It was Race the Knees from the dance recital.
Oh, yeah, from the recital.
She remembered Bills.
That girl did a good job, didn't she?
Yes, I was like, wow.
All right, Cry Me a River, Justin Timberlake was number one this day. And then Katy Perry, The One That Got Away, number one in 2012. Oh, Blinding Lights, The Weeknd, number one, 5 years ago today. MD's Pearl of Wisdom for today says, defeat is not bitter unless you swallow it. Defeat is not bitter unless you swallow it. MB's Pearl of Wisdom for today. Remember, God loves you and I do too. If you don't know Jesus, let me know and I'll introduce you. We look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow for another edition of our show. For Sam Gormley, for B, I'm MB, and now you're in the know.
The Twin Lakes Best Mix is WKHG, Litchfield. The Twin Lakes